Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend Ivone from ASTA Travel here today. Ivone, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
We are celebrating. Let me correct your name, ASTA Curated Travel. We can't forget that curated. That's the most fun part of your name. You just graduated Careers on Vacation. How does it feel?
Feels awesome to finally complete everything and be at this stage, although it went really quickly.
I know everyone says, "Why does it take 12 weeks?" I'm like, "Buckle up. It's going to be a fun ride."
Yes, definitely.
I love it. Share with everybody where your business was before doing Careers on Vacation and where you are now.
There was no business before Careers on Vacation. In my past life, I was a legal secretary, paralegal for, I don't know, 30 years or so. So I'm very anal and like admin work, research work. I retired from the legal industry a few years back, and my husband and I owned a physical security company. So we employed security guards, and we were a 24/7, 7 days a week, every single holiday operation. And we did that for 7 years.
Yeah.
And we got an offer to sell our business, and we jumped on it because a bit stressful. We enjoyed it. It was a good business. It was just in California, and we've since moved from Colorado to Tennessee. So hard to manage when you have physical employees. So we sold it, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to retire. I can't retire. So we started looking at what we can do. And as we were doing our research, travel just kept coming back to us. And then, so we started researching travel more, and then we found you, and
I
then
love
did more
that.
research with you, and just like the program that was being offered.
What a journey from, and I love that you had a different business. So being experienced business owners, you know how important it is to kind of make a transition in a way where you don't have to go through all of the learning curves. I'm sure when you had your first business, it was like to build it up to where you guys built it up, where it was
Oh yeah.
successful and someone else wanted to buy it. You probably had to go through some learning curves on that journey. And I can't imagine having a 24/7 operation. That must have been exhausting on your family.
Yes,
Wow,
to say the
crazy.
least.
Well, I'm glad that you found us and you're leaning into doing something that you love now. What have been your biggest wins or celebrations since taking the program?
I think the biggest win is the learning. I
Mm.
love to learn, and going through your program gave us a good sense of direction of what needed to be learned, how we needed to just do things, and then joining us with a really good host. I joined Uniglobe Travel Center, which they're amazing. Went through ASTA training. I'm ASTA certified.
Yay.
Yay. So I did in those 12 weeks, I was able to go through your training, mentor with my host, and do the ASTA certified certification. I'm a busybody, so
I love it. You earned two
I need to know.
certifications at the same time.
Yes, I need to know before I do something. I can't, I'm not a winger. I can't just wing it. I need to research, I need to understand, and I needed to know so that I know that I'm good, get my certifications done and understand them all. So I think that was my biggest thing, is just getting all that done and learning and just absorbing it.
I love that. So I love the perspective too that you've done the ASTA, which, ASTA certification is different than Careers on Vacation certification because we're teaching you how to set up your business. What would you
Right.
say have been the differences that COV kind of had as you went through both those processes? That would be a question that doesn't pop up here all the time.
It doesn't, and I think everybody should do the ASTA certification, because it goes into the legalities of things,
Mm.
how you should advertise, what needs to be on there, things you should say, things you shouldn't say. Um, I think it's a great training, and again, having that legal background, it was just awesome to do because it just enhances what I need to know and how I need to advertise and tell people or not tell people, and so forth. So I think the asset training is a good complement to yours, because you're showing us how to get our business going and what direction we need to go and how to get it moving forward. And then ASTA's like, okay, you've got it forward, pay attention to these rules. because
Yes,
this is what you need to
exactly.
know.
Yeah, and just so everyone knows, we are an ASTA affiliated travel school. So we're big fans of ASTA and the work that they do in the industry. And they do work very hand in hand. You want to have that on the job, and you also want to make sure that you have all those fundamentals too. That's
Definitely.
fantastic. Now, Yvonne, you know that mindset is a big cornerstone in our program. How did the mindset work impact you as you went through the program?
It helps quite a bit because it helps you stay focused. There's
Mm,
days when it's just a little crazy with daily life and kids and families. And I mean, we have a hobby farm, so I have goats and chickens and dogs out there.
that's
So,
great. I love that you said hobby farm. I've never heard that term before. That's hilarious. Like
yes,
it's not
hobby
I'm
farm.
not a farmer. I have a hobby farm.
Exactly, because I don't know that I consider myself a farmer.
Correct.
But
Yeah, for sure. A hobby farm sounds like something I would endeavor, but not actual farming. That's hilarious.
yeah, no, it's a lot of work. And I mean, I learned to milk a goat,
It's
which
so
was pretty
funny.
awesome. But we do have that. And with mindset, it just helps stay focused and keep you grounded when you start to lose your perspective.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's a really good tool to have and listen to and jump in and out of the calls and just kind of remind yourself to just kind of stay there and not kind of lose it and go somewhere else in your mind or anything else.
That's amazing. So, I also wanted to ask you, so you have the unique perspective of having been behind the scenes of Careers on Vacation. You know how it works. You've seen the program, you've worked with our coaches, with our live instructors. What would you want to tell someone who hasn't been through our program or someone who's on the fence on, is this the best way to get into the industry? What would you want that person to know that maybe you didn't know starting out?
I think when you have to be passionate about what you're doing,
Mm,
because even owning the security business, now owning my own travel industry business, you need to be passionate because if you're not passionate, you won't do anything.
yeah.
So find your passion. And if passion and travel is your passion, I think with your program, it just helps get it going. Because if I didn't have your program, I don't know where I'd be. Because although I owned a business, I wouldn't know where to start in travel since I
Mhm.
travel was just not my I mean, I love to travel, but that's different
Yeah.
from actually being a travel advisor, consultant. Um, so I think your program just helps you get started and feel comfortable with what you're doing and moving forward, opposed to not doing the program and then kind of trying to start off and then having millions of questions, where to go, how to get with vendors, even knowing ASTA existed.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah, I
a
always say
great
it's the
program.
questions you don't even know to ask that will get you in the most trouble. And a lot of people love travel. A lot of people are amazing at booking their own travel, but it is not the same as being an advisor or an agent to someone else. There's so much more involved as you now know. And that's one of those things, having that roadmap. I love that you guys were experienced business owners because, my husband and I have owned several businesses while we had our travel agency alongside of what we do. But when we had other businesses that we weren't as adept at, we had to go through so many learning curves of like, oh, can someone
Yes.
just show me how to do the things, right? So as an experienced business owner, I think it's you get that roadmap that, I don't have time to make all those mistakes. And you guys were going from having done this business that was 24/7 and just going, I just want to do something that makes me happy. So show
Yeah.
me kind of that framework and what that looks like. But guys, if you were in kind of that same process that Ivone was when she kind of started her investigation, I want to encourage you to go over and visit us at travelschool.com. This is a sneak peek inside Wanderlust campus. You can see where all of your materials are housed. You get access to that even past the point of your certification. We have live instructor led classes. You get to work with real people. That's the biggest thing in our program. That's some of our staff there. And go ahead and visit us at careersonvacation.com/ready now if you want to have a chat with our enrollment team. They are the ones that will learn about your goals, see if it's a match to work together, and we'll give you a virtual tour through Wanderlust campus so we can see if it is right for you to get certified through our programs. But Yvonne, last question. Would you recommend Careers on Vacation, but specifically why?
Most definitely. Again, because you are the roadmap. If you don't have your program, it's going to take, I would say, even years to try to get where we're at because you don't know where to go if you're a non experienced and going into the travel industry because there's just so much to learn and know. And having that roadmap made it so much easier because I didn't have a roadmap for my first business. And that was a ton of work trying to figure that out. It just, it's a time saver.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. Well, Yvonne, we are celebrating you today. I cannot wait to see what you do with this amazing new business and from your hobby farm. I love that. That's like, now I have I cannot unsee that now. And I'm loving that vision of like the hobby farm out your window and you're doing what you love every day at your desk. I think that's fantastic that you're in this new season of life. So we're going to be cheering for you. You know, you're not going far. You're just going over to our grad community. But I want to thank you for being on the show today. So we'll
Thank
say,
you.
yeah, we'll say goodbye to everyone. Guys, we'll be back next week with another amazing case study from our Wanderlust campus alumni. And listen, go follow Yvonne. Are you going to put up some pictures of this hobby farm so everyone can see?
Yes, I have it on my personal, but I'll
You
post them
have to
on
now.
my,
It's on video. I mean,
yes, I'll post it on my travel page. But yes, my goats are chickens, which I love having fresh eggs every morning. It's like amazing.
I love this so much. This is my favorite case study this week. All right, Yvonne, we'll see you next week. Thanks for being on the show. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.